AP Biology.
In review. Expectations.
I expected AP Biology to be a fairly easy class. I did really well in regular biology, so I thought it would be easy. I was very wrong.
AP Biology for me, I thought it was going to be a filler class because I signed up for 3 other APs, and a guidance counselor said that I should sign up for this class because it wouldn't be offered the year afterwards. Worried I wouldn't be able to take it because I did want to take it, I signed up for the class. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I just used it as a filler class. The first month.
The first month of AP Biology shattered my expectations. I did absolutely awful on the first test.
The first month of AP Biology was really hard for me because of the workload. It was like hitting a wall compared to sophomore year. The workload.
The workload for AP Biology is definitely a lot. Mr. Lategans gives you a bunch of worksheets and reading packets to do, and you have to do a bunch of studying outside of class. Basically, the amount of work that you put in is how well you'll do on tests. So if you have no work, then you'll do really bad on your tests.
The workload for me was really challenging because you'll end up getting some nights 2 reading guides and 3 POGLs. That can be a max or even a minimum sometimes of work, and that can be like 50 pages of homework, which is a lot of work, but if you end up doing it all, you'll do really well in the tests, but it's a lot of work, so you have to be prepared for that. The progression.
AP Bio started to get really hard towards the middle of the year, but after you got over that really hard hump, then it got a lot easier.
For me, AP Biology, the hardest months were probably in November because I had activities outside of school like school sports. But once those ended, the class got a lot easier because I could dedicate more time to it, and I wasn't as rushed or as cramped to do stuff. As said before, the last month or 2 before the actual AP exam, ecology and those chapters were really easy because they were just things about you could relate to because they're about animals and the behaviorisms. The tests.
The tests for AP Bio were extremely hard. Mr. Lategans made really hard tests, but these really hard tests helped me to do well on the AP Biology Apex, and it really prepared me.
The tests for AP Bio are really long. That he'll give you about 50 questions on an average test, and you'll have a couple FRQs, and you'll sit down right when the period starts, and then you'll end up finishing right when the period ends for most of these tests. Sometimes that only 1 or 2 people will finish. They're really hard tests, but in the end, when you take the apex, if you've taken the test and you've done well on the test, or even mediocre, the apex is really easy to do. So the tests are really challenging, but they're really rewarding at the same time because at the end of the year, you're really prepared for the final test. Studying.
You have to study an insane amount for AP Bio to do well.
Studying for AP Biology is really hard, but Mr. Lategans usually gives 1 or 2 after school review sessions, which helps a lot on the tests. The feelings after.
AP Bio was the hardest class for me in my high school career.
AP Biology for me, I was not expecting it to be that hard because once again I said it was a filler class for me, but in the end I really like biology, and I probably will even get to have a career in it because this class, although it was really hard, I actually kind of liked it because it was in biology and I really like biology, and it really opened my eyes to possibilities. But I really feel confident taking this class and taking the Apex because now I'm almost positive that I will get credit for AP Biology because this class is really rewarding, and to be honest, I'm quite happy it's over because although I know I got credit for it, it was really hard, and looking back on it, I'm glad I did it, but it was just really challenging.